Exciting, modern and traditional is the video you're about to see, starring Diana Navarro Octana, one of the best flamenco singers in the world, renowned for that, but also a crossover artist that goes into pop, classical, and renowned throughout the world as being one of the most prolific singers in the music industry from Spain, and still is, and still does live performances, and still showcases her song solo that holds the longest high octave note in the world for the longest period of time. That's what she's famous for. But also I think Diana Navarro is famous for just bringing to life flamenco music when other people said, hey, you shouldn't be mixing it. And now in 2024, 25, even the Andalusian people are doing their videos in a very modern style, while still retaining, as you're going to see in the video you're about to watch, retaining their traditional elements too. So they've also jumped on board. But way back 9-10 years ago, the singer you're about to hear was already doing that for her region. She's from Andalusia herself, and the great historian Antonio Dominguez Ortiz wrote, "One must seek the essence of Andalusia in its geographic reality on the one hand, and on the other in the awareness of its inhabitants. From the geographic point of view, the whole of the southern lands is too vast and varied to be embraced as a single unit. In reality, there are not two, but three Andalusias, the Sierra Morena, the valley, and I am going to hope to say this right. I've been rehearsing it for the last couple of minutes. Penitencia. There you go. Are you impressed? Well, I am for the 4 times saying it. And it's a mountain range in the southern Iberian Peninsula of the region. Now the location, it's one of the territories in Spain alone is comparable in extent and variety in its terrain to any of several of the smaller European countries. To the east is the Mediterranean Sea, to the west is Portugal, and in the north the Sierra Morena constitutes the border, and to the south is the self-governing British Seas territory of Gibraltar, and the Strait of Gibraltar separate it from Morocco. So now you know the region, now you're familiar with the video, let's get familiar with the singer herself. Diana is a famous Spanish singer, as I said, who shares her birthday with me. Diana, we have something in common, and although she sings in flamenco, as I said, she also sings in copla, modern, new age, and largely in a fusion of pop rhythms and electronic, and was doing this way before her compatriots today, even in the Eurovision Song Contest, are doing it. But she is the one that is the queen of flamenco, and over the years has got world attention because she proved that flamenco is something to be taken seriously, but not forced upon you. Introduced, as you're going to hear in the fusion of lyric, song and video, in the fusion of Arabic, flamenco and Spanish music. When it's done right, it's done well, and she does that. She started her career and participated in numerous events and competitions. However, she took classes and learned different kinds of music, Diana did, before moving to the professional world. And I am glad that she did, because this is the result of an Andalusian native singing for you from 9 years ago, La Farruca del Tran. Enjoy. I love this song, and I'm so excited to bring it to you at last with a great visualizer.
tran, tran, treiro, 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 tra. Tu cambiadito sea por lana, campanillita por cascabeles, y yo te digo, se entraña mía, que esa serrano no te conviene. Y yo te digo, se entraña mía, que esa serrano no te conviene. Amores que van de paso, capricho de una mujer, no le hagas mucho caso y deja el agua correr, déjala correr, déjala correr, que no hay voluntad en el mundo que la pueda detener, que no hay voluntad en el mundo que la pueda detener, que con el tran, 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 treiro, 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 tra, que con el tran, 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 treiro, 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 tra. Noche por día, la rosa fina por la canela, y yo te digo, se entraña mía, que tú no sabes lo que camela. Y yo te digo, se entraña mía, que tú no sabes lo que camela. Amores que van de paso, capricho de una mujer, no le hagas mucho caso y deja el agua correr, déjala correr, déjala correr, que no hay voluntad en el mundo que la pueda detener, que no hay voluntad en el mundo que la pueda detener, que con el tran, 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 treiro, 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 tra, que con el tran, 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 treiro, 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 tra.
Wow, that's all I can say to that song, and the video married beautifully. I hope you agree. It took me a long time to bring this to life, so the lyrics itself will be short and sweet. The meaning of the song is as follows. It's about themes of transformation, cultural identity, what you've seen, hence the video, and the lyrics, and the interplay between the traditional and the modernity. And that is what I loved about this particular video about Andalusia. It's fast moving, it was modern, but it held on to the traditional side of it by showing you that. And that's what this song needed. And other people have tried to use different videos, and I'm sorry for them. I'm Irish, but I have a love for flamenco, and some of the videos are an insult, and I really wish I could take them down off YouTube. But it's each to their own. I've just come along now to smash it to pieces and show you what a beautiful voice Diana Navarro has, what a beautiful song, an upbeat and modern song it is, and how beautiful Andalusia is as a region. It also evokes the sound, the music of nostalgia. Didn't you think so? I thought so. It makes me want to go tomorrow and book a flight. And the essence of traditional dance was there, which I loved, about infusing it with fresh energy, which I hope I've done. One of the notable aspects of these lyrics, and it's about the use of Tran, 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 as we all heard. It creates that almost chant-like rhythm foundation, and it mirrors, it's kind of like when you're breathing flamenco and you live and breathe it, and you see that in the video and it comes to life. It's almost like a heartbeat of the Farruca dance, and a passion, an expressive Spanish dance that represents joy and sorrow. It also symbolizes for me daily life of what I feel Andalusia I've never been, but what the video portrays for me is that side of life about flamenco culture with every step that they take and move. I thought it had, you know, from the foot movements to the I can't even think, but this is live. I can't even think of is it the maracas? about the sounds, and it's not just about the wine and the food. It's about every step that they take, and the traditional costumes as well. It's all flamenco culture. Now, the lines, and I'm not going to try and pronounce them in Spanish, but I will say they shift from something simpler and perhaps more genuine to something more extravagant. And I will, in the description, have the English translation of the lyrics for those that wish, and the video will make more sense. But the lana, which is wool, and the cascabeles, I think that's what I was looking for before, the jingle bells, I'm just thinking about it now, might represent a loss of authenticity in cultural expressions, with the bells hinting at a festive but, you know, let's say superficial layer added to the deeper traditions. I'm going to summarize it as this: it invites you to listen, it invites you to watch, and it reflects on the changes in cultural practices in a time of social platforms who everybody has an opinion that can be either detrimental or positive towards a culture. But Andalusian people seem to rise above it time and time again because of their personal identities. And that's illustrated through the rhythmic patterns of this song, the lyrics, how Diana sings it, being a native promoting her region, but the people themselves, about being so proud about what they have. Navarro uses that strong, I feel, flamenco roots to its best. It highlights the beauty, the complexity of these traditions, and it encourages a dialogue about what is gained and lost in the face of these, how can I put, where the younger people turn away from the traditional to go and seek a new life, leaving behind what is a beautiful life of tradition. And it also stands as a heartbeat homage to all that is flamenco in its spirit, while promoting contemplation on its future. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe.